Hi, everybody. Hello there. Welcome to day 3 of Helping the World Sleep Better. And my name is Emma Woolrich, and I am coming to you with my personal pledge to help anybody and everybody in the world get through this really interesting time where we have coronavirus and many of us are in a state of lockdown in our houses, in our very small localities. And potentially one of the things that's showing up for us right now that maybe was an issue before, but now this is just highlighting it, is our sleep routine and the problem with that sleep routine. It may be that you are a mum, you are a dad, you've got a million and one things going around in your head, and when you go to sleep, you wake up many times. Or it could be that you have children and their sleep routine has been completely disrupted because they're not in their normal daytime routine. And again, it's interrupting your sleep routine whilst everybody's trying to figure out what it feels like for them. Now, today I want to talk about actually the opposite of sleep. I want to talk about as actually recognizing what is too much sleep, because there is a generic or a general rule of getting roughly between 6 and 9 hours a day is about right for most people, generally most people. So if you are experiencing at the moment, again, this may be that you can't work from home. Maybe you unfortunately are in a position where your employer has had to close its doors temporarily, and that you are either looking for work or you are basically just not able to leave the house for one reason or another. It could be that you're self-isolating because you're following government guidelines in your country. And how is your sleep routine showing up for you right now? And one of the things that can happen is when you experience something on the outside, so outside of your control, so to speak, you can actually find that you sleep more. What do I mean when I say sleep more? If you find that you are going to bed earlier, that you are sleeping in longer, if you find that you do wake up continually throughout the night and you're not getting a lot of sleep during the night, but then you're sleeping a lot longer during the day, or you're waking up and you're forcing yourself, you know that you want to go back to sleep because you just simply do not want to wake up. And this is a recognition of the fact that you are using sleep now as an avoidance tactic. And instead of sleep being this necessary repair, replace, and archive that I've talked about in the last couple of days, you're actually now starting to use sleep for an avoidance and escape from the rest of your waking life. So this is when we start to recognize this is how it will show up for you. And it's a number of different ways. And you will know if you've started to exhibit this for yourself, or that maybe a member of your household has started to do this. And I'm not talking about teenagers, because as we know, we have growth spurts throughout our actual adult human cycle. And we know that as babies, we have a certain amount of sleep that we need, and then we reach a certain age, and then as we get much older, we actually don't need as much sleep anymore. So I'm not talking about the teenagers who might be watching this, and you very easily can sleep 12 hours a day, and that's just the way that it is for you right now. I'm talking about somebody who maybe only a couple of weeks ago, before the coronavirus really took a hold and started to really truly impact on our lives and the way we go about our daily lifestyle right now, that you were maybe finding it very easy to go to sleep. You were finding it very easy to maybe have 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep. And now you've suddenly noticed, or maybe this live watching right now. And again, please feel free to post any comments in the live chat. But please remember, no names. This is a public channel. Please notice if that has suddenly started creeping up. So if you were maybe a 7 or 8 hour night person for sleep, and then in the last couple of weeks, you've noticed that maybe you're going to bed a little bit earlier. And maybe instead of going to bed at 10 o'clock, you're going to bed at 9 o'clock at night. And you're waking up a little bit later. Maybe you're not waking up until 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning. When would you have normally got up? When was your normal routine inviting you to wake up? Was it the alarm clock that used to always wake you? And was it always really tough getting out of bed? So I'm just asking you to check in with yourself right now. Has your sleep pattern changed, and are you actually receiving more sleep than you need because you're trying to fill more time in your day because you are in a lockdown environment? Or are you forcing more sleep because you actually don't want to face the waking hours right now? And this conscious acknowledgement to yourself will do one of two things. If you're having way too much sleep, you will notice that you will feel more lethargic when you actually go about your waking day. You'll feel as though you've got some brain fog going on. You may even wake up with a headache because you've actually been lying in your position for so long. And you're probably dehydrated because you actually haven't been taking on any liquid. And obviously, the more you sleep, the more dehydrated that you will become. So, what I would really recommend, and again, these are all personal recommendations that I talk to my own clients about. All of the information, the hints and tips are ones that I've shared with clients over the last fair few years. And these tips have really been more the other side of sleep, not getting enough. But I think it's really important right now to recognize all of the avoidance tactics that we can use, and to recognize, and again, I am not a medical practitioner, but to recognize the early onset of symptoms where you are starting to feel isolated and lonely. And it can be, and I'm not a medical practitioner, but this can be the early onset of some depression symptoms as well. Now, what I will do is in the public group, Helping the World Sleep Better, I will actually post all of the different groups. If you recognize that you are starting to fall into something that's not feeling you, it's not feeling the way that you normally operate, so that you can reach out to some very specific experts who can give you a lot more help than I can. But this public channel is really all about making sure that we're staying conscious of how we are sleeping, when we are sleeping, and why we are sleeping. And if we can consciously interrupt every single one of those and understand, yes, I'm still achieving a good 6 to 9 hours sleep a night. I've got great quality. When I wake up, I'm actually waking up before my alarm goes off, and I'm waking up and I'm feeling calm, I'm feeling relaxed, I'm feeling energized, and I have a logical flow to how I'm feeling when I get up as well. If you have noticed that you're waking up and you're more anxious, if you have noticed that you're waking up and you're actually being more discriminatory to yourself about stuff that you haven't yet done, these are all indications that the sleep quality is not sufficient for you right now. So too much, not enough. We want to go for Goldilocks and the bears, and we want to get you just right. And every single person on the planet will have their own unique way of recognizing when their sleep quality is right. And there's one perfect way to test this. And I would love all of you to do this tonight. I would love for you, regardless of whether you have to get up for work or whether you have to get up for homeschool, however you need to do it, set the alarm for half an hour, 30 minutes before you actually do need to get up out of bed. And for those of you who have recognized, maybe in this live right now, for those of you who've recognized that, yes, you are starting to sleep longer, I want you to now use your alarm clock as a conscious reminder that you do need to get up. You do need to wake up. So set it for 30 minutes before you believe that you want to get up. And then when your alarm goes off, stay in bed. Literally, don't get up, stay in bed. And as you lie in bed, building in from day 2, as you're lying in bed, I want you to take those 30 minutes as time, precious time for you, and to allow yourself to logically and really quite consciously go through the things that you want to do that day, tomorrow. I'll come on to more hints and tips about what you can fill that 30 minutes with as we go through these next days and weeks. But for now, I want to make sure that everybody who is consciously checking in with themselves about, am I receiving too much sleep? Am I forcing my sleep, or am I getting too little? And understanding where you are on your own sleep quota and using your alarm clock to actually truly wake you at a time that feels right and was the right time than when you used to actually have to get up, leave your house, go to work, go to school, whatever it was. Okay. All right. I would love to hear how this is working out for all of you. Remember, these lives will stay here in the library, in the playlist. Please share them to anybody that you feel this would be useful to benefit from. If you want to come and join in a bigger group of people, we've got a group that's growing quite quickly, a public Facebook group called Helping the World Sleep Better. Anybody can find this group. So again, please jump on and join us in the group. And we've got a lot of people sharing their own hints and tips there around how they have found one tip that's helping them sleep in a better way. Okay. Until tomorrow, thank you very much for joining me. Emma Woolrich signing off for today. Bye.